Alright, so today I'm kind of going through all of my, I guess, archived replay files and just trying to get rid of them all since I've been kind of speed uploading as many things as I possibly can to free up space on my hard drive. So I have no idea what happened in this video. All I know is it's me running the new Shen skin against a team where their Akali's running the new Akali skin. Hopefully something really awesome happens in this game. So I guess I'll talk. Let's see. So it's a game with all my roommates. Kennen mid, Irelia. I actually don't know the lane comps for this, but more than likely it's probably Soraka and Sinjao or Soraka and Irelia, and then of course myself with the other one of our melee ranged ADs against an Irelia, a Mord, an Akali, a Twisted Fate, and a Teemo. It's either Mord at mid or TF, I would think. But I guess we'll see when the game actually starts. So let's see, pretty much standard start order for me. Pointing my Q, and let's see. Item wise, we have physical, caster, sort of caster. So I think I take a magic resist cloak at the start. Would be my best guess at my start.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
But I guess I'll find out in a second. Nope, apparently I take cloth armor. Not really sure why. It could be because I don't know whether or not Teemo or TF is actually going to shoot AD, and then there's also the Irelia. But you know, sometimes I have really weird ideas that make sense when I'm playing, that make a lot less sense watching now. But I guess we'll see. So we see Teemo is actually mid this game. Teemo Kennen's an interesting matchup, especially with Teemo's poison. It can be a little bit challenging depending on the mid choice. Kennen though with the stuns, pretty handy. This is an older game, so Teemo mushrooms can technically block Q shots by Kennen. So I doubt that'll play like a really huge role, but it might. So it's Irelia, Shen top. Pretty okay comp. You know, with the taunt and the great gap close, we can stay on somebody even though we're both melee ranged pretty easily. Bottom being Sinjao and Soraka. That lane comp isn't probably the best lane, but obviously with the number of with the characters we had to choose from, I don't really think Irelia Soraka would have been a good lane either. And then you just never really want to stick a support and a tank together, because they'll get almost nothing done. Here you see it's just kind of messing around. It's Akali Mord, so lots of weird frame rate lag there. But Akali Mord's a tough lane because Mord's got really good healing, of course. You know, he's got that nice temp health to kind of keep himself alive, and the regrowth pendant, meaning that, you know, as long as he's got temp health up, he can be regenerating his actual health at the same time. Great way to cover. Here we see Akali stepping into the bush. The Akali is running a Doran's Blade, so she's only got one of her passives triggered. It's a great pass. This part of her passive is not bad because it's giving her 10% spell vamp basically. Though I wouldn't necessarily recommend. You really want to try to get both passives going. Oh, kind of a bad play there. First blood by the TF on the opposing team. You see him kind of chasing down the Soraka. We're doing okay up here. We're getting a little bit pressed out, but as long as their minions aren't hitting our tower, or are avoiding turret range, basically we're okay. You know, we can easily just pick up last hits without much effort. PUC is just kind of picking up last hits as best we can. There you see some pretty fast last hitting. We only missed, like, I think 3 things in that wave. Not the greatest, but considering it's against our tower, not too bad. PUC is just kind of pegging the Mort a little bit. Obviously not the best focus target for us. He's got a nice amount of magic resistant armor. Though the Akali's got a really high amount of magic resist. I assume she's just probably running defense mastery and probably has magic resist blues. My opinion on that. I think it's probably better for her to have cooldown maybe. Or possibly AP so that she can trigger that that secondary passive in the early game. Might be a really good idea to have that. Because I'm not sure how many points away from triggering her secondary passive she actually is, but considering that she's level 3 and probably doesn't have the that attack